Sometimes life doesn't fall apart all at once. It slips away quietly. It happens in moments when we tell ourselves, "I'll do it later." When we say, "Tomorrow will be better." When we believe there's still plenty of time, so there's no need to hurry. At first, it feels harmless, comforting even. There's no urgency, no pressure, just the belief that opportunities will wait for us. But what most people don't realize is that time doesn't steal from us loudly. It steals softly. One delayed task, one ignored responsibility, one comfortable excuse at a time. This is a story about that quiet loss, and about how time, when ignored long enough, eventually teaches its lesson in the harshest way. In a modest town surrounded by dusty roads and small homes, lived a young man named Aaron. From the outside, Aaron didn't seem unlucky. He was healthy. He was capable. He had access to education and people who cared about him. But there was one habit that followed him everywhere, like a shadow he refused to face. Aaron was always late. Late to start, late to finish, late to take life seriously. When others woke early to study or work, Aaron stayed in bed, convincing himself he would catch up later. When assignments piled up, he promised himself he'd handle them tomorrow. When his parents warned him, he nodded politely and changed nothing. Deep down, he believed time was endless. That life would eventually adjust to his pace. But slowly, almost invisibly, life began moving ahead without him. His grades dropped. His confidence faded. Friends who once struggled beside him began to move forward, while Aaron stayed stuck in the same place. Teachers tried to guide him. Family members tried to motivate him. But every reminder felt like pressure, and every pressure felt annoying. He wasn't worried about the future, not because he had a plan, but because he refused to think about it at all. One afternoon, a traveler arrived in the town. His name was Samuel, an elderly man known in many places for his insight and calm wisdom. People gathered around him, drawn not by loud promises, but by the quiet authority in his voice. He spoke about discipline, responsibility, and the invisible power of time. Aaron noticed him from a distance. At first, Aaron didn't plan to listen, but something about the man's presence unsettled him. When the crowd thinned, Aaron approached Samuel and stood awkwardly in front of him. "I feel stuck," Aaron admitted. "Everyone around me is moving forward. My friends are succeeding. My family is disappointed. I want to change, but I don't know how." Samuel looked at him carefully, not with judgment but with understanding. "You feel lost," he said, "because you treat time as if it belongs to you. But time never belongs to anyone." Aaron frowned slightly. "You delay what matters," Samuel continued. "You waste moments you cannot recover. Let me tell you a story, not to entertain you, but to warn you." Aaron listened as the old man began. Long ago, there lived a ruler named King Alaric. He was known for his generosity and fairness. He believed leadership was not about power, but about responsibility. One day, while walking through the city, he recognized an old acquaintance from his youth. The man's name was Thomas. Once, Thomas had been intelligent and ambitious, but now he stood before the king worn down by life. He had no job, no reputation, no respect. Wherever he went, doors closed. The king felt a wave of sadness and called Thomas closer. "What happened to you?" the king asked gently. Thomas sighed deeply. "People think I'm useless," he said. "No one gives me a chance. Employers say I miss deadlines. Friends avoid me. I don't understand why my life turned out this way." The king listened quietly. After a long pause, he said, "I will give you one opportunity. Before the sun sets today, you may enter my treasury and take as much gold and jewels as you can carry. Whatever you take will be yours forever." Thomas couldn't believe his ears. He thanked the king repeatedly and rushed home to tell his wife. She was thrilled. "Go quickly," she urged. "Don't waste a moment." But Thomas waved her concern away. "I'm starving," he said. "I'll eat first, there's plenty of time." He ate slowly, enjoying every bite. Afterward, he felt tired. "I'll rest for a few minutes," he told himself. "I don't want to rush such an important moment." He fell asleep. Hours passed. When his wife woke him, he grew irritated. "Why are you waking me so early?" he complained. The sun is still high. Eventually, he gathered a few empty sacks and began walking toward the palace. The heat was intense, and sweat poured down his face. "I'll rest under this tree," he thought, just for a moment. The breeze was gentle, the shade was inviting, and once again, sleep claimed him. When Thomas finally opened his eyes, the sky had darkened. Panic rushed through him as he ran toward the palace gates. But it was too late. The doors were closed. Guards stood firm. The sun had already set. His opportunity was gone. Thomas collapsed to his knees, overwhelmed by regret, not because the king had deceived him, not because fate was cruel, but because he had wasted the time he was given. Samuel's voice fell silent. Aaron stood motionless, the story echoing in his mind. "You see," Samuel said softly, "time does not punish us immediately. It waits. It allows us to delay. It lets us feel comfortable. And then, when the moment passes, it teaches us the truth." Aaron lowered his head. He realized the story wasn't about Thomas. It was about him. That night, Aaron couldn't sleep. For the first time, he saw his habits clearly. The excuses, the delays, the opportunities quietly slipping away. The next morning, something changed. He woke earlier than usual. He completed tasks he had avoided for weeks. It wasn't easy. Discipline felt uncomfortable. But with each small action, something unexpected happened. He felt lighter. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. Aaron stopped postponing. He finished what he started. He respected deadlines. He began valuing small moments, an hour of focus, a day of effort, a week of consistency. Slowly, life responded. People noticed his change. Trust returned. Confidence grew. Success didn't arrive overnight, but it arrived steadily. Aaron finally understood a truth many learned too late. Time is more valuable than money, more precious than gold. Once lost, it never returns. In real life, those who ignore time only understand its value after facing regret. A missed train teaches the value of a minute. A failed exam teaches the value of a year. A wasted youth teaches the value of discipline. Time rewards those who respect it, and it exposes those who don't. If you use your time wisely, you can build anything. If you waste it, you slowly destroy your own future. Spend time with the people you love. Work toward your goals with intention. Finish what you start. Don't wait for the right moment. The right moment is now. If this story resonated with you, take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who needs this reminder. Leave a comment and tell us what change you want to make starting today. Don't forget to subscribe for more motivational stories that inspire growth, discipline, and clarity. Thank you for being here. May your time be used wisely, your path be steady, and your future be shaped by action, not excuses.